Good afternoon, Austin here, AW Feds Graphic. Welcome. This video today is about batteries. So we're talking about 18650 batteries. This video is done exclusively for Vape Monster Deals UK on Facebook. So if you're new to vaping and you've never used 18650s before in your life, these are the batteries in question. They come in many colours, different branding, different numbers. You can look these up. There is a register online so you can find out technical data sheets about all of the batteries. These Samsungs here are probably the best on the market at the moment for vaping. These are an 18650 in a green colour, so these are very good. The pink ones are 3000 milliamps, which are harvested batteries from laptops just for example purposes. So I've got a few batteries to show you. So first and foremost, we're talking about battery safety. So if you're buying batteries online, you need to really be buying them from a reputable wholesaler, someone that sells batteries for a living. Ideal reputable vape shops, electronic shops where they can genuinely sell you good quality batteries. So first and foremost, when you first use 18650 batteries, the name 18650 is a hint to its size. So the battery is 18mm by 65mm in length. If you're buying genuine 18650 batteries, they should weigh between 45 and 50 grams. Anything less than 45 grams, I'd put my hand on my heart and say it's a counterfeit fake. Some of them are tubes with small button cell batteries and a small buck converter in them. So they are looking the same, but they're not. You'll find with good quality batteries, the positive anode is usually vented as well. So when you're buying your batteries and you've got a set of batteries, you need to be able to store those in a safe location. Never keep batteries in a window against direct sunlight. Always keep them in a dark, cool place to prolong their life and also their safety as well. You can buy online various types of boxes for storing batteries. They're only a few pounds each. Very worthwhile. They keep batteries separate from anything else. They keep the conductors away from anything that's going to short them out and make them potentially dangerous. So battery boxes are a must. Also, if you're storing batteries and you have a lot of batteries, you can also buy LiPo bags. These are specifically designed for the quadcopter drone market, for storing big 3S batteries, etc. But they're fantastic for storing your batteries for your vape when you're not using them. Another safe idea. Again, it's sealed, and a lot of people use these for charging, but don't forget, if you're charging your batteries, your charger needs to have adequate ventilation as well. So you're storing your batteries in boxes. You can also be a cheapskate. I've got a tin biscuit box here, for example, which is an insulated lid and some foam inside, and you can quite easily chuck your batteries in there, pop your lid on and put them away safely. So continuing on with battery safety. When you're charging your batteries, this is where your batteries can become worn. When a lot of people charge their batteries, they get the negative end, they jam it against the spring terminal and they put it in like so. That in turn will cause wear on the end of the battery cap. Also the wrap on the end will start to fray and around the top. A good safe method for inserting batteries into a charger: get your spring with your finger, pull it back, sit your battery in the groove and gently release the pressure on the spring. That doesn't cause dents in the side of the batteries. It keeps them in a pristine condition, and you'll find that that will last longer as well. So if your batteries are in a poor state and you've got batteries that are looking like this, there is no question, throw them away. So if your batteries are getting a little bit tatty on the ends and the wrapping is starting to fray, you can re-wrap your batteries. So here we have a battery rewrap kit, and this is for 18650 batteries. So it's all pre-cut They are lengths of heat shrink wrap which are 72mm by 30mm in diameter. So with your battery that you need to wrap, you need to do this on an area or a surface that isn't conductive, away from any metal, so you're completely safe the battery isn't going to short. So all you need to do, get yourself a sharp knife, a craft knife, a Stanley knife, even a pair of tweezers, but with tweezers you need to be very careful you don't short the battery. So just gently cut in the top of the battery, run the knife down the side like so into the bottom, and then you can start to peel your wrap off. So when you're peeling your wrap off your battery, you need to make sure you do not lose this white plastic insulator ring. That insulator ring will insulate the outer case from the battery to the anode or the positive terminal on the top. So that always must be replaced back on the battery like so. So with your batteries, when you rewrap them, always really try to go for a like-for-like replacement in the wrap. So this blue battery, for example, is an 18650 and there's 2500 milliamp hour battery. So I want to replace that with a blue wrap, which is like for like. So you've got your blue wrap, gently slide your battery into the wrap like so by pushing it down into the tube. Then at the ends of the battery you'll push the battery in and out until you've got an equal amount of distance between the end of the covering and each end like so. Once you've got your battery positioned in the new wrap and you're happy that you've got the same amount of overhang on each side, you need to start heating these by the ends first, so the ends will cap and close the battery. Again, make sure the insulator ring, the white ring, is in there. For this you can use a lighter, you can use a hairdryer, you can use an electric heat gun. Stay away from naked flames and gas blow torches because they can damage the integrity of the battery and also potentially dangerous and an explosive risk when it heats up and boils the battery. So with your electric heat gun, like so, you need to gently apply an even heat to the battery, but keeping the battery turning in your hand, like so, and then just roll it in your hand, and there you'll find that you have a lovely perfect wrapped battery which is like brand new. And I will show you another just so that you can get the gist of this. So again, cut the end of the battery, gently run your knife along the core of the battery side onto the top. With your knife you need to gently peel away at the wrap that's on there. It can be a little bit fiddly sometimes, but take your time, don't rush, and then you won't end up cutting your fingers open. So again, if you slide the knife in the end like so, it gives you a little bit to pull on. The insulator ring's just fallen out, so we need to take note of that because we need to replace that with the new wrap. So slide your knife in, you've unpeeled the battery like so, get a new like-for-like coloured wrap. These can be a little bit fiddly to open, so we tend to pinch the end and blow. Like so. And then you can push your battery into the tube. Making sure you replace your white insulator ring in the top again. So again, size your battery up so you've got the equal distance overhang in one end. Starting with the positive end with your insulator ring, just gently apply a bit of heat. You will find that when you're heating it, sometimes the insulator ring, like for example there, is blown out. So quick bit of heat in your hand, and there we have it, almost like a brand new battery. It's wrapped. The covering on the end of the wrap is enough on the cap at the bottom, and the negative and the positive, and there you see two perfectly wrapped batteries in new wrap, and they should last you a lot more time. So just as a summary again, battery care. Always keep your batteries in a suitable storage box or bag when not using them. Make sure that your battery wraps are intact, they're not scored, they're not peeling off the batteries, so that they're safe. When charging your batteries and you're putting them in the charger, don't ram them in, nice and slowly. Pop them in and release the spring pressure, and that will keep the wraps lasting longer. You won't put dents in the batteries. And a big must, when charging your batteries, do not leave your battery charger unattended. You must be charging your batteries while you're sat in the same room. If you go out of that room, you need to take your batteries out of the charger, you need to disconnect the charger from the mains and stop charging. Another thing that's popped up on the forums as well is charging of mods. If you've got a mod with a built-in battery from the factory, then that is the only way that you can charge it, via a USB lead. But if you have a mod, for example, like a Voopoo VMate or a Voopoo Drag 2 with 18650 batteries that are removable, you need to take these out and charge them in a charger. It is not safe practice to charge the batteries in the mod with a USB lead, because they are not really designed to be charged in the mod. The USB socket here is really primarily for software or firmware updates on your mod. So again, battery safety, make sure your batteries are always intact, make sure your wraps are intact, make sure you're charging them correctly, do not leave them unattended on the side, don't put them in your handbag or leave them in your coat pocket so they end up in the washing machine. Keep them in a safe box at all times, or a bag, and you won't have any problems. You know, respect these batteries. They can be potentially quite dangerous. They are a fire risk if not treated and cared for correctly. But a very simple note there. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like to hear further, please comment below in the comment section. Don't forget to share this with your friends. Thank you for watching.